like, 14 and 18, that's super senior behavior, that's super weird, but like you can still kind of like at least like make out with your 13-year-old daughter, and not to like defend him or give him the benefit of the doubt, but wow, I drove 2 hours and you're not even gonna let me be with your daughter.
I'm sorry, sir, I have interest in younger girls.
Bro, no!
A fantasy of mine.
So you're saying it's normal to have sex with a 13-year-old girl?
No, sir, I didn't say that at all. I'm just saying that would be.
Oh no.
Probably the.
Hello, David Darko. Today we're going to be doing a Predator commentary on Cody Michael Green, aka Perfect Buddy. This guy was trying to meet up with who he thought was a 13-year-old, and he at the time of this sting, he's actually the same age as me, 20. So this dude is 1 or 2 years divorced from high school. He's doing whatever the fuck he's supposed to be doing, and then he decides to go and meet up with this 13, which is crazy, by the way. 13-year-old. This dude is 2 years graduated from high school, and this girl is like in the 8th grade. And he wants to defile her and do all kinds of crazy shit. He has like 0 levels of self-preservation. He'll tell you himself what he wants to do, but let's play the video. Let's see what our friend, Perfect Buddy, has to say. Cody Green, Perfect Buddy.
Yeah, I made some tea and it's on the table. Did you bring me my chocolate?
And he just goes straight for her.
Hey! Why don't you just step right over there, please?
And then he says this.
Have a
my
seat
God.
right in that chair. Please, sit down.
I made an agreement with her, so I swear to you.
I need you to sit down and you can tell me all about it, I promise.
Just incriminate yourself, bro.
Sir, I really drove this far for no reason.
You drove this far for no reason.
Yes, sir. I swear to you.
Okay, so to start, already, that is crazy. Because the implication of that statement is, bro, just let me molest your daughter, bro. And he's saying that to, he doesn't know who Chris Hansen is. Obviously Chris is dressed up in a huge suit, and he looks super professional, so he could be an angry father, or like law enforcement, or maybe just like a neighbor that was checking up on the girl and he figured out the plot. This dude Cody has no idea who Chris is, and the first thing that he says is, really, bro, I really drove all this way for no reason. Can I at least like make out with your 13-year-old daughter? And I mean, just like you can already tell that there's something completely wrong with his brain, because any regular person in the situation, assuming that they're stupid, they're gonna talk to Chris and incriminate themselves, they're just gonna start denying, like, oh no, I didn't, it's not what it looks like, I know this looks bad. But he just comes flat out and says, like, wow, I drove 2 hours and you're not even gonna let me be with your underage daughter. And so it's
I asked her, and I swear to you, I asked her this.
You asked who?
I asked Maddie.
Take your time. I'm gonna let
take
you
your time, incriminate yourself.
I said, if this is really not what you're looking for, I really want you to tell me that, because I will come over and I swear I will just be with you, and I will not touch you, anything like that, is what I said, and I can prove that to you. I will show it to you.
You'll show me how.
What does that even
Sorry,
mean?
sir, yes.
I'll show it to you? Wait, he's gonna, okay, you sit in that couch over there, and I'm just gonna sit with your daughter, or whoever the fuck the girl is to you, and I'm just not gonna like, this guy is so lost. And not to like defend him or give him the benefit of the doubt, but I read that he had that accident whenever he was 16, and the way that he's talking about her, like as if he was going to talk to her, it's like he thinks that they're on similar like levels, similar playing fields. Like he's still mentally 16, in that like she can give consent, and he seems to genuinely like not see like an emotional disparity. Like even me, when I talk to people who are 18, like it's like we're light years away from each other in terms of maturity. But Cody, 20 years old, he's talking to this 13-year-old, which like there's so many things wrong there. I don't even need to comment on how wrong that is. And he feels like he's talking to somebody who's on the same level, which kind of shows a lot about. I feel it shows a lot about how he sees, the world. Very childish.
Please, I swear, sir, I'm a desperate person. I need a girl in my life, and
Oh my god.
if she really wanted to be my friend, that would be all I needed from her.
You're a desperate person.
Yes, sir. And I know it's nothing like that, though. I swear to you, sir, I've never done this before. I've never hurt anyone.
Okay, obviously that's not true, or maybe it could be, but like with people like this, they, he says it himself, he's desperate, he's gonna take whatever he could get. And the thing about the decoys, a lot of people argue that it's entrapment, which I could kind of see those arguments, but at the same time I feel like what this shows is that which kind of makes it non-entrapment, is that if they found a receptive girl, which to be fair, like if you read his chat logs, he comes off pretty extreme. Like the girl doesn't reply for like 30 seconds and he like octa texts her, like 8 consecutive texts within the span of like 30 seconds. She didn't respond for like 30 seconds. So this guy's obviously like any regular girl that's like proximal to his age, he probably like scared her off. But anyways, people see it as entrapment because it's like the decoys are typically way more receptive than any real life girl would ever be. But it doesn't really matter because all it takes is just one, child to be super receptive, which, will probably eventually happen for you to, completely ruin their lives. And, Cody is, just the guy to do so.
Never done anything. I would not have hurt her either.
You've never
I would
chatted
not
with
have
somebody
hurt her, but I really drove all this way for no reason.
who you thought was a young teenager before.
Yes, I have.
Ever. You have.
It's never worked out. I never wanted it to,
Have you ever gone to meet one of those people?
No, sir.
Why then did you start tonight?
Because it's the first opportunity he had. He acted on the first opportunity he had, and people like this are like, what's scary about individuals like this is that he doesn't it's like he literally cannot process how like fucked up his actions are. It's like he's in his own world and he thinks that this kind of behavior, he probably doesn't think it's like normal, but like he doesn't see a problem with it, which means that like he's not even aware of the issue and there's not even like a semblance of an opportunity for change at this time. Like he's just gonna, if he gets off scot-free, if this guy doesn't get arrested, or even if he does and he gets out, he's just going to go back and do it again. So although he's kind of like funny and he's super easy to laugh at and he looks goofy, he's like incredibly like this person should not be allowed to be a part of society unless he has like some kind of severe psychological intervention where he's able to see the error of his ways.
Really seemed like she needed somebody to come here and stay with her and be her company or whatever. Like,
So you were coming over to protect her?
Yes, sir. I swear that was all.
That was
all.
your big plan
nothing
here.
else. Yes,
Protect her.
Now, what
He
did
was
you
coming
bring with
over to
chocolate.
No.
Like she asked me. And
White chocolate.
yes, sir. That's what I told her I was bringing. And
What about condoms?
Yes, sir. I have them also, but that was not my intention.
okay, but then it's stuff like that right there to where like, this guy's obviously fucking stupid, but like you don't know how. Maybe he does know that he's doing a bad thing because he's reluctant to bring up that he brought condoms because he knows that if he brings up that he brought condoms, it's going to insinuate that he went there for something bad. And he brought the chocolate like the decoy asked, and if I had to guess, the decoy probably asked for condoms as well. I recall reading that the decoy says that she doesn't want to get pregnant, and if my memory serves me correctly, this guy said, oh well, you're too young to get pregnant, which is not true. 13-year-olds get pregnant all the time. Not really, but like they can get pregnant, and that's how a lot of this fucked up shit that happens is exposed. The kid will get pregnant, the creepy uncle, whoever the fuck did it, will try to cover it up, but sure enough, people find out. So this dude is completely misinformed, and I think he is dumb, but he's also playing dumb as well. So it's kind of hard to you know, parse where, you know, he's at in terms of, you know, his cognitive ability.
What were you going to use the condoms for?
She told me to bring them also.
So you did everything just because she told you to?
Yes, sir. I swear to you that is the reason for it.
He says that like that's a good. Well, I mean, yeah, she told me to bring condoms. You know, I swear that's why I did it. Like that alleviates some kind of responsibility off of him. Again, it kind of shows. Well, it's kind of hard to, you know, make any good observations based off what this guy says because he's so fucking like this guy isn't even. He doesn't even seem human, but he thinks in his mind like, okay, well, if I just say that she's the person that told me to bring him, then the responsibility is on her, when in reality the responsibility is on him because he's older, but he can't process that because he is like still mentally like 16, and when he was 16 he was probably like mentally 14. So again, not to excuse him, like he's still doing a terrible thing, he needs to be locked up, but yeah, this dude is just mentally fucked.
How old is this?
Oh, or he could just be playing dumb, which is even worse in my opinion.
13. And how old are you?
I'm 20 years old, sir.
20.
Yes, sir.
You thought it was appropriate
Yes, sir.
to have this kind of a conversation and then show up with condoms.
He's saying
made a 13-year-old girl.
yes.
She said she was 13.
She did. I'm sorry, sir. I have interest in younger girls.
Bro,
That is just
no!
been a fantasy of mine.
A fantasy.
Yes, sir.
Do you know it violates Georgia law?
Yes, sir.
Then why did you send her pictures like this?
Because she asked me to.
Because she
you to
asked
send
me.
She didn't ask
pictures.
me to
Oh
send
my
nude
god. And I mean, well, yeah, obviously you know it's nudes, but I read that this dude sent her 8 different dick pictures. And keep in mind, their chat log, it was over the course of like 3 days. I tried to get through it all, but it was super long. Pause. But he 3 days you're talking to this girl, and I get it, you know people like to move fast, but she's I mean, obviously like she's 13, don't send fucking dick pics of yourself to 13-year-olds, but I don't know, like this dude is just like he's transcended you know what it means to be like, this is like a unique species we're witnessing
I
here.
know.
Right. So there's a big difference between sending a photograph of yourself and sending pictures of your genitals. She says, you don't mind I'm a virgin? You say, if you don't mind me taking it from you, I actually would love it and never have been with a virgin.
I know it's not respectful, but I was just asking her if she wanted to do that online. This is not like I was just looking for girls that were this young and I was looking to get in trouble and everything like this, because
I mean, he says that, but then earlier he says that he like prefers younger women, and he seems to get off on the idea like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna be your first, so I'm gonna, you know, defile you, take your virginity.
I was telling her this. I was like, this is illegal on phone conversations, online and stuff like that. And I was like, you swear to me, you're not gonna get me in trouble, and I swear I will never disrespect you, is what I was pretty much meaning.
Did you say you are ready to have my thang in your mouth?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean
What
by
do you
that?
mean by that?
Are you ready to have my in your mouth?
And Chris, this is exactly how I would react, or I like to think I'd react like this if he said that, because obviously it's a rhetorical question. Obviously everybody knows that thing is just code for dick, but the fact that he just says it like, Chris, like this is the face of bewilderment. Like this is like thumbnail energy. Like Chris doesn't know the monster that is standing before him. He's like, I don't know. This is crazy.
You know what I meant? Because she was going with it. She was.
Oh, so she wanted it.
That's what it
It's
seemed
her
like to
fault.
me. It's not her fault at all.
She made you come over here. So you're the victim here.
No, sir, I'm not the victim. I came here
Okay.
for reasons like that. But if she really didn't want it, sir, I swear to you, I would have never tried it.
But if she was open to the idea,
Yes,
you would have had sex with a 13-year-old girl.
probably, yeah. I'm sorry, I know you
Jesus.
think it's bad, but that's what it is.
You can't meet any girls who are 20 years old?
No, sir, I really can't.
You got that nice truck out there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, and that is complete bullshit, by the way. Cody Green, at this time, he's not like ugly. He likes rap music, which, you know, rap music is fucking cool. You can relate to other people that like rap music. He drives a cool car. He has nice clothes, as Chris is about to point out. all you have to do is just like go to like a club, or maybe like go to school, which I mean, maybe he's not in school, but you can meet people at work. Maybe the people at work are, you know, a little older. Maybe you still know people from high school that are in college that could get you in the college part. Like, there's like no excuse at this age, when you're not like, assuming that you're not like ugly, or even if you are ugly, I mean, you can still go fucking meet people. But like, you know, you're a decent looking guy. You seem to, I mean, your brain is fucked, but you know, there's somebody for everybody out there. I don't think it'd be very hard for Cody to just go out and meet, I wouldn't say a regular girl, but a girl that's at least of age. And so when he says like, oh, I can't find anybody, to me that just reads like he's either giving an excuse, and or he's just not trying hard enough. Or maybe it's the case that, you know, he's explicitly searching for children, which, you know, the more I watch this, the more I think that he kind of lands himself in that category of, you know, predators who, you know, go for kids because they like kids, not in spite of it.
The clothes thing going on?
That's material, sir. Girls are deeper for what they want in guys.
Why? Because it's so alluring to have sex with a 13-year-old girl?
It's just something that you'll probably never have again, because people are having sex left and right. Like,
oh no.
Like, people my age.
So you're saying it's normal to have sex with a 13-year-old girl?
No, sir. I didn't say that at all. I'm just saying that would be.
Oh no.
Probably the cleanest, best pleasure.
No.
The cleanest, best pleasure.
That would be probably the cleanest, best pleasure.
Is to have
the cleanest, best pleasure. Like, memes aside, that's gotta be one of the most disgusting fucking things you could ever say. Like, what compels a person to string, you know, that sentence together in this context? And I don't want to, like, I hate to come off like I'm virtue signaling, because, you know, I'm just a guy at the end of the day, but like, that has gotta be, even though he has the fucking brain injury, that's gotta be some kind of evil that, like, you would even think that that was like even remotely acceptable to not only think, but you thought that that was worth sharing. So imagine, you know, the depravity of this guy's mind. If he's okay saying something like this to who he thinks could be like the father, or like the brother, or the concerned neighbor who would probably tell the father, or law enforcement. I know he's not thinking that far ahead, but just like, there are probably a lot of people, not a lot, but like, there's enough people out there like this guy who have the same mentality, who you know, they're among us. And now I can't really take what I'm saying seriously, but I mean, you get what I mean. They're among us, and all it really takes is just one offense for them to completely derail and fuck over somebody's life. And this is, I mean, it's like funny to hear, but like, when you really break it down, like, this guy, oh god.
Yes, sir.
We got to bring back
Are you her
concentration
father
camp.
or something like that?
I'll get to that in a minute.
Please tell me this, sir. Am I going to be in trouble for this?
I don't know, why is he? Maybe he was shocked, but it could also be because he's just fucking stupid. Damn, how pathetic. Anyways, that was Cody Green, the cleanest, best pleasure predator. And wow, I mean, there's just like, I mean, it is funny, it is like, this is an iconic To Catch a Predator, but I mean, I remember I watched this the first time and I was like in 8th grade, so I would have been around the same age as the kid that he was trying to go after. And I remember watching, I thought it was so funny, but watching it now, 7-8 years later, it's so I remember I used to have this irrational fear that, like, oh my gosh, because I loved watching To Catch a Predator, and like all the goofy excuses and all the goofy fashion choices and the one-liners, and, you know, Chris's rebuttals, and I really loved like the whole debate format. Like it was always like a debate. Like Chris was like, okay, well, if you're not the guy, then why are you here? And like I feel like it's really good for just basic reasoning. Like I feel like that's a good foundation of who I am today, is To Catch a Predator. And one of my biggest irrational fears is that we were gonna run out of predators, in that there wasn't gonna be any more shows, because the predators would see this and they'd be like, oh fuck, I don't want to end up on TV. They're catching so many guys, it's just not worth risking. And then boom, the predator problem would stop. But then kind of like in a monkey's paw type of way, I've had to cut people off in my own personal life because they've done crazy shit like this. Like people in high school who, like, okay, they're 18 dating like a 16-year-old. Okay, kind of weird, but whatever. Okay, now they're 19 dating a 16-year-old. Still kind of weird. I probably don't want to be around them, but whatever. And then they're 20 and they're dating a 15-year-old. Like, bro, what are you? And then I hear that they're dating a 14-year-old, and it's like, these people are everywhere. I feel like everybody who's watching this video probably knows somebody who has done some terrible fucking shit like this, or at least tried. It's like there are guys out there. I mean, there are women too. Like you see those disgusting ass teachers that try to do that shit as well, but it's mainly guys that it's like they can't help themselves. They have to be with children, and it's just one of the most, like, it's so disgusting, but like it's so common. And like on the bright side, if you can even call it that, I get to watch an infinite amount of Predator content. We have people like Skeeter Jean, Gideon, Chris Hansen, Predator poachers, and a lot. Some of those guys are kind of dubious because they kind of care more about clicks than actually getting these guys arrested so that they can't offend. But we have like an insane wealth of Predator content out there, and it's fun to watch, but it's also so unsettling because this is just the people that are getting caught. Imagine all the people that may go their entire lives without getting caught, and it's just I don't know, it's a really terrible thing. As it's an interesting dichotomy, the entertainment aspect, and then the internal dread that ensues whenever you realize that it's not just like some funny show where these weird anomalies get exposed. It's everybody. But yeah, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment, let me know if you guys have any experience if you have any experience with people in your own personal lives who've done this crazy shit, and how you handled the situation, or just kind of your thoughts on the perfect buddy Cody Green, and how little self-preservation this guy has. But yeah, peace.